I know that you've been working with the first responders and local police, right?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
is EQ working for them?
Yeah, it's a great question. This is probably one of my favorite industries that we work with. So we've been doing some work with police departments, sheriff's departments, but we've also started to work with corrections officers inside prisons, first responders, people in dispatch. We've also started to work with justice impacted individuals, so people inside prisons, who are serving sentences. And what I would say is, if you're anything like I was before I started this work, you would assume that these are populations that are not that interested in thinking about their emotions. And what I think is true is that traditionally, these industries have not prioritized emotional intelligence training in the same way they have prioritized tactical training, like arms, weapons training, teaching people how to drive tanks, things like this. And here's the situation. We've got people who are in very high stress situations all the time. Suicide rates for people in these roles is, sometimes double what it is outside outside these industries. We've got high incidence of domestic abuse and other issues, and we've seen, especially in America and otherwise, issues with police departments in particular, really understanding how to have the best positive impact more of the time from a community policing perspective. And so what we've been doing is, going one police department at a time, really trying to understand and engage with what matters to them. For some police departments, it's about use of force. Their use of force statistics are too high, and it's a problem. It's creating issues in their community. It's creating issues from a funding perspective. But for some, it's about retention and engagement, the same as it is on the corporate side of the house, right? And so it's really about understanding emotional intelligence as a tool and attaching it to the pain points or the challenges that each department is managing. And what we're seeing, I think anecdotally, is use of force statistics go down. The use of EAP services are going down. The community policing optics are getting better. The job satisfaction, the tenure of the officers is improving. And so I think it's work that we've, started to do in the last couple of years, and we're just really excited about what the future of that looks like. One of the most exciting projects that we are a part of is something called Project EQ, which is that we have been able to secure funding to train every single police officer in the state of West Virginia. And so that's going to be a really amazing project to see at the end of that in terms of impact, to really understand what that does to entire departments, what that does, to entire communities, how that tends to show up, not just at work for these officers, but how it's impacting the way they show up at home as well.
I think that's great.